I would like to tell you about the time of day activity dashboard within the FedTransaction Analyzer service. In today's video, we will cover the basics of the dashboard and provide specific use cases based on 4 roles within a financial institution. Let's start by looking at the data provided in the time of day activity dashboard, which is a pre-formatted report automatically generated when you download a new file. The dashboard provides a daily and hourly view of Fedwire volume and net daily average value. Based on the reporting period selected and defined in the date range, which is row 7 of the Instructions tab, this key volume and value information is displayed in the tables. The top and bottom 10% and standard deviation segments are highlighted using the color legend below the matrix in rows 38 to 41. The volume and value activity tables provide a snapshot of activity by day of the week and time of day for wires sent and received by your institution. The left column is time of day from midnight to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, columns B and K, and the top row is the day of week by name, row 13. The Fedwire Fund service operates 21.5 hours each business day from 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the preceding calendar day to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the current day. Please note the schedule is subject to change as extensions are granted. The table reflects calendar day, so wires between 9 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time are associated with the next business day. Data filters allow the user to change the snapshot for a number of field variables in the drop-down filters above the tables. Filters allow you to limit data for variables like business function code, wire direction, and dates, to name a few. Numbers in the table cells represent the volume or net average value in that time period and can be double-clicked to retrieve the associated detailed wire data in a separate worksheet. Now that we've covered an overview of this report, let's talk about specific use cases and how the time of day activity dashboard can meet the needs of individuals with responsibilities associated with risk and compliance, line of business management, payments, and other operations. We will discuss the following roles within financial institutions and how the time of day activity dashboard can be used to support their associated responsibilities related to risk management best practices. If you would like to jump ahead to hear about a specific role you are interested in, take a look at the time marks provided on the screen and skip ahead on our video. For example, if you are a cash manager, you can skip ahead to review your use case. Let's take a look at how an operations manager might use the time of day activity dashboard. As an operations manager, some of your responsibilities may include assessing the impact of Fedwire volume on daily operations and monitoring operational quality for exception events. Using the time of day activity dashboard, you can filter through the dates set within your report's date range to explore trends or exceptions, including volume spikes and holidays, to plan staffing. You can also filter to see sending or receiving volume levels by time of day using the Send or Receive or On Us filter option. Lastly, to help you monitor operational quality for exception events, use the Filter for Business Function Payment code and select the SVC code to identify operational exception events, which indicates spikes in service messaging between depository financial institutions. Now let's take a look at how a Treasury officer might use the time of day activity dashboard. As a Treasury officer, you may use Wire for drawdown requests to manage your cash concentration functions. Identifying these drawdown requests is easy. Use the Business Function Payment Code filter and select DRC, DRB, and DRW for the timing and common net value of these requests. If you would like to dive a little deeper in your analysis, You can double-click the counts in each cell to view the wires and the organizations using this code in Fedwire messages. Next, let's take a look at how a risk and compliance officer might use the time of day activity dashboard. As a risk and compliance officer, some of your responsibilities may include reviewing the timing of volume and value for potential international wires and reviewing the details on these wires for additional screening. International wires may often require a higher degree of scrutiny from depository financial institutions, and analyzing the timing of international wires is a vital component of good risk management practices. Using the time of day activity dashboard, you can identify likely incoming international activity by using the BIC filter and selecting Originator FI code filter B. Drilling into this detailed information allows the user to audit transactions that came into the organization and verify samples of these processed wires for screening. Finally, let's take a look at how a cash manager would use the time of day activity dashboard. As a cash manager, you may be responsible for finding cyclical patterns of change in net value for Fedwire transactions. If you have this responsibility, the time of day activity dashboard can be a great help. Each time frame provides the average net value, negative for send and positive for receive, which can help expose patterns for your financial institution on how funds are flowing into and out from the FRB master account. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Federal Reserve Financial Services is committed to providing the answers and information you need. For additional information, including screenshots, we encourage you to reference the FedTransaction Analyzer User Guide, located in the Fedline Learning Center. The guide is updated to provide recent information regarding all service enhancements. If you have additional questions, please call the Customer Contact Center or contact your account executive. You can find this information on the Contacts page on frbservices.org.